Hello there. Good morning, or good night. And I'm gonna quickly just hop into it, because I absolutely fumbled the intro. And I have VTube Studios thing open, lovely. Oh, that's perfect amount of stuff. Tech issues and VTube Studio.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here? Not that there's anything wrong with this place, it's just, a bit of a step down from the Palais Marmonia.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't an earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Ah! Okay, when did
Absolutely love Furina as a character.
all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags.
Oh yeah, I did have a nice rest. I was really tired yesterday, so I really couldn't stream. Yeah, Christmas is chaotic this year. I have no idea why. Seems like everyone's out and about and doing everything.
I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food. But now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too.
Macaroni's delicious though. I mean, you can make different recipes with it. You don't have to always have mac and cheese.
Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity! It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too.
I'd just like to mention, I feel like I'd never get Furina. My luck was so horrible for Nov'rei. Like, absolutely trash. I think I rolled maybe 100 pools. I mean, it's still good, I got him, but 100 pulls. I freaking got so unlucky. I got Dia on my first, like, intertwined 5-star.
Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre focilor or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, what are you even doing here?
Oh, definitely.
I do hope you didn't come here just to ogle at my fall from grace.
And the thing is, they're making fun of her for not being able to cook. Or not really making fun of her per se, but they're pointing out the fact that she can't cook, but the Raiden Shogun literally cannot cook. You try to cook with her and yeah, it just doesn't work.
Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to clown around, then please be on your way. Shoo!
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't be mad! Yeah, exactly! What the Traveler said! Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you. Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either!
You see, for once she's actually right, but we don't talk about that. That's not important. I could just say that's not important.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help!
If not you, then no one. I guess it's accurate, yeah.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now. So tell me, what specifically makes this matter so specific?
And the music in the background.
I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense. After all, I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine, well-versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities. But given the present circumstances, I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting request.
A face full of regret right there.
It sounds like this would be a breeze for you.
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage. Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that character has left an indelible mark on me. Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely. I'm not the same person I once was. Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, and I have no intention of reinventing myself all over again. But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
It's fair.
I can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross. If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place. So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare. Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point, okay.
You know, I would have recommended like a Gardamek, but those things are apparently lore-wise very expensive. So probably would never work.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me. Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help. True, but I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of the blue, begging and groveling for their help with a show they won't even get paid for? Oh, no way. I'm dying from embarrassment just thinking about it. Nope, not happening.
It's like most people when they exit out of the house. About to die from embarrassment.
Well, is there
Well, it's not like I'm any
anything
better,
else we
but...
can do? This performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't want this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would. Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
It's all right, Furina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, everyone in the troupe will be so disappointed. Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now. All right, then. We'll see you around, Furina.
Toodaloo to you, too. I'm going home to take a rest now.
Well, at least she has a nice looking house, I guess. Thankfully, it's like not an apartment.
It's too bad, but we have to respect Furina's decision. Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now.
That probably cut Paimon off.
Huh?
Ooh,
What's going on? Are they arguing?
dropped a few frames right there. That's not good.
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again. Why did you start looking for a replacement without my consent? When did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild. She believes that she's healthy enough to perform. Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Furina go?
I feel like I'm gonna be a little quiet just because I want to hear what the dialogue says. So it's probably a little boring, but we'll see.
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed a little, so
Indeed we are.
maybe that's not such bad news after all. You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all. Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
I mean, like, the story and dialogue is really good with Genshin. I was pleasantly surprised, actually. Before, I didn't quite enjoy Genshin. I wasn't, like, interested in it. And then I saw, like, snippets of Fontaine, and I got hooked.
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then.
I feel like Zenless Zone Zero is probably, like, in a sense, the gateway game. I did try that one. And then tried Genshin.
Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Furina really so harsh with people?
Only joking, calm down. So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh? Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
Look, there's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you. So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is putting everything they have into this final performance. We have to make sure it goes ahead.
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out until the performance day. I share everyone's desire to commemorate all our years as a troupe with a proper farewell show. So the last thing I want is to be left out. Every one of us thinks of this troupe as their home, myself included.
You're right. I'm sorry. I let myself get too worried about the show. I should have asked for your permission first.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on. Sure.
Just hiding there. Very subtle.
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list.
It's more macaroni.
All right, I'm coming. No need to drag me. Hello, one and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
Furina?
Cinderina.
Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
I was just ever so slightly concerned
think I
about
said
the
that right.
situation you mentioned. Yes, a teensy bit concerned, that's all. When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things. And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down. I'm sorry, Paimon.
Oh, but the thing is, she can actually be really sweet.
Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
You really have a knack for asking the most uncomfortable questions, don't you? I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you. And then, to make matters worse, you caught me. But in any case, it sounds like the issue has already been resolved.
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask for your help, I almost had a heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady Furina star in our show?
There's no need to think like that. And no need to keep addressing me as Lady. Just Furina is fine. I was wondering, if this troupe is so important to all of you, why does it have to disband? if the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. You could put the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control. Everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She was the heart and soul of our troupe. She kept us going.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder as well as the artistic director of our troupe. And tragically, she was a victim in the serial disappearances case.
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice. But still, no sentence can bring our director back to us.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Furina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us. People loved our performances back then. We seemed to be going from strength to strength. Things were really looking up for us.
Might I just say, the amount of water in Fontaine is so nice. Like, in the cities, specifically. Just a bunch of little, like, streams? Is that the canals? It looks beautiful. I absolutely love the design of the entirety of Fontaine.
And then disaster struck.
Yeah. After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray. None of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. We've been doing the best we can, but despite our efforts, things are slowly but surely falling apart. It's agonizing, but ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
Oh.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken.
As the background, like, randomly switches from, like, a really bright scene to just slightly bright.
I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell to the stage, is also your final gift for her?
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Furina.
I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides, they're no longer looking for a replacement anyway. I can, however, provide some artistic guidance from the vantage point of a highly experienced audience member. But only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Oh, most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director. Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the opera Eclipse is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal liability, but what about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them?
Okay, I understand neither of these. Okay.
An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time. Take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before, and so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
Huh. Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh? You just want to get back in on the action, don't you?
No. This is a completely different situation. Pearls before swine.
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to a story.
Since you all do it, I feel like most people would choose that. I'm definitely choosing that.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of Miss Furina's performances, as of course we all are. All right, follow me. We'll go to our usual practice space. Please excuse the size. It's a little on the smaller side.
Oh, more walking? I'm just gonna teleport. I really don't think that thing is useful. This little wind generator.
Huh? Lady Furina?
What's Lady Furina doing here?
Hello all. Allow me to explain. As of today, Miss Furina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant. These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Furina on our behalf. I'm sure they need no introduction.
You bet! That was the trial of the century!
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying The Little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family. She longed to live just like any other human, and sure enough, she found friendship and even love. Everything seemed perfect. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
So far, so good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately, this was as far as the director got with her script. We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own.
I mean, some people do like sort of realism. I'm pretty sure that was like a focus in history, I think. So it wouldn't be too far-fetched to actually go with something that's true to life.
And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from two of our main actors. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script, but the deadline's passed and we still haven't heard from him. The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He took the director's death pretty hard. Hasn't set foot in the city since. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there for the final performance, but we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Although, Now that we have Miss Furina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Why is that so bright?
You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way.
That's like 10 times more bright. Yeah, I guess it is kind of like a wild goose chase. You gotta go search for people, yeah.
I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really go ahead, considering all the issues you've been facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending. He went back to Poisson a few days ago, said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape the feeling of isolation.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Wait, why is she looking down? Oh, right. I was like, wait, why is she looking down? Doesn't make any sense. There was no, like, sad part or scene. What's going on? But yeah, Poisson.
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. So, allons-y. To Poisson!
Yeah, I don't think that there's gonna be much, like, actual combat in the story quest. But I guess I'll remedy that by doing Natlan after, so it should be fine. And for some reason, it's still marking them as highly dangerous. I don't know why. I guess it's because I haven't finished Act 6. But it shouldn't be marked as dangerous or whatever. Unless it's always done that? And just never noticed.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it?
It's me. Is the script ready?
You came all the way here for that?
All right. Forget that for now. Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
The ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And Furina, too.
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take that stroll. Get over here, you! How oblivious are you?
How are things in Poisson now? Any better?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process. Some people may never recover from the trauma they experienced.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish there was something I could do.
Please, must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories, but we don't have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort. You make a very good point. But for now, at least, I think I should stay with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. These things take time. Moving on from a painful experience is easier said than done. Which brings me to why I'm here. I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Furina. It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate president of Spina di Rosula, after all, like my father before me. Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
It's pretty much the exact same. I guess I could just say thank you. At least be considerate, I guess.
Off we go then. Let's take a look up there. I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
Oh, that was actually so sweet. The illusion of choice. Yeah, so many times it's like, okay, let's be real. Both of those would have led to the exact same response. Makes me wonder how many things, like, aren't impacted by your choices. And how many things actually are.
I'm so grateful that Miss Navia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Yeah. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. As I was saying before, I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me, which, of course, I completely understand and accept. Yeah, I can tell people are watching me.
Either that or finding it as like an insult to have.
I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful.
Literally exactly what I was saying.
I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
I can't let myself see only the things I want to see. How would that make me any different from before?
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Probably time we made a move. How about we check out Spina di Rosula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
Honestly, I would not like to live in Poisson. Just the waterfalls and the possible, like, obviously the flooding would not be all too comfortable. Even assuming, like, nothing bad happens with the water, I don't think I want to die via drowning. I'd definitely, like, fall off of one of these catways, or catwalks? Catways? Staircase thing?
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll, and here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell, But the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be.
I love how, like, my brain works. It's just like, yes, staircase thing. It's not a slope. It's not even a way to get up. It's not vertical mobility. No, staircase thing.
As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You were only doing your duty.
I see it as she couldn't do anything, quite literally. Even if she wanted to. I mean, she didn't have, like, any power or whatnot, so how could she really stop floodwater? Like, if she had the opportunity, she probably would.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear, and I became more lonely and isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
A reward?
Both work, yeah.
I guess so. And back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing the secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Furina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same.
I feel like both are nice, but yeah, Paimon is just mean. So unwarranted too. I'll just go with that.
I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now,
I like how I'm technically the salvage crew for whenever Paimon just makes like the worst, most offensive roast towards them. That's a way of saying it.
at least the choice is in my hands. All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
Honestly, if someone could finish writing a story just like that, it's quite impressive. Wait, to actually... Oh, cool. I guess that counts. Oh yeah, before stream I managed to do one leyline and a domain. I no idea how I was able to do
you
that.
needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good-looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again.
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
Wow, Paimon.
Sorry.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right.
I like the clever way of saying
lines
that
too.
he got a little
like when
overweight.
he imparts some solemn words of
Outgrew.
wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
What would this
It's
be
the most
considered?
important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy.
Because there's like foreshadowing, and then there's like what comes before foreshadowing, where you're like alluding to something that happened already. Pre-shadowing?
She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You mentioned earlier about the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore. I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time.
Dang, that's sad. Yeah, I have no like reverse foreshadowing. Yeah, that works.
It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I
Watch,
had
it's
a
gonna be
great
like some
voice
very obscure
and
word.
asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me.
Huh.
They'd say
Okay,
things
so
like,
looking it up,
"Come on, you must be pretty tough
retroactive
if you're the son of a
symbolism.
murderer."
or
It was just to
retroactive
taunt me, though.
retroactive
I was an
foreshadowing.
easy target, and they knew it. One day,
Hints at a
I got
future
beaten
event or
up so
plot twist
bad that
after
I
it
just
has already
couldn't take it anymore.
occurred.
So I
Eh.
ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
The more
Yeah.
I know.
For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe.
When am I ever
And
gonna
I
use that?
promised
Probably
myself
never.
I'd stay here until the day the group parted ways.
The day you hoped would never come. How times change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new artistic consultant, Miss Furina.
Furina? The Furina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
I'd like to imagine he just stared at her for like a good solid 10 seconds right there. Just didn't even realize. Like, yes, this person looks oddly familiar. Similar to, what was it, the Hydro Archon? That can't be her. Wait, it's her?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly moved to hear about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here.
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script. I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human, against the wishes of her family. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, disaster strikes. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The soil is becoming arid, plants and flowers are withering, and the people begin to panic. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it and investigate the truth of the matter together. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the water is sentient?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis.
You see, that would be really awkward to think about. If water did have a consciousness, then every time we shower, every time we go swimming, every time we drink water, it would be thinking. And aren't we like, was it 75% water? Something like that? I'm definitely failing biology on this one. What would our, like, blood be thinking if that's the case? Rather not think about it. Yeah, true. It's something we shouldn't dive into. It's simpler this way.
Her lover accepts her for who she is and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret. The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover, and the rest of humanity.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find an even greater love, one that extended to all of humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible. What about if the little Oceanid is hounded to death by people who hate her, her lover makes sure her secret never gets out, and humanity continues down the path to extinction?
That sounds like too cruel of an ending to me, and perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death. both arbitrary and meaningless. On the day when she went missing, Director Aurelie had instructed us
Reject
all,
the script.
somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city.
Yeah, she really just completely erased his entire work right there. He's just like, nah. Or, sorry, she was just like, nah. Completely switched up her gender right there. Whoops. She got so angry, so hateful, she switched genders.
We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
And that would be weird if, like, depending on your emotion, you just suddenly switch gender. That'd be really weird. It's just sad one day, boom, female. Not that females are always sad, but it would be funny to see that.
The director was the kindest soul in the world, yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense
would be
of
a
what
mega
was
plot,
about to
yeah.
happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
Every time I get emotional, I turn into a female, or something like that. It would definitely have some random, like, weird title to it. That's overly long, too. It's like 2 sentences long.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life, I was deeply, madly in love with Aurelie.
What? You kept that one quiet.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her,
Dang.
and she never considered us as potential romantic partners.
What was it? Bro-zoned? Is that what it would be? Is that like the correct term for friend-zoned? Dang, yeah. There's nothing else you could say. It's just poor dude.
Not that it came as a shock or anything. It was what I was expecting to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by Aurelie. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Villemont.
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do.
I
Come on,
wonder
everyone.
why.
Allons-y!
Let's see, where is this gonna be? Oh, great. You know, I'm glad I actually went on like a sort of Fontaine world tour. Just collecting every single one of these little teleport points. Or waypoint. There we go. It works.
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
Oh, I was trying to grab the little rose right there.
Ugh, as if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour. Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Furina in a fight before.
The slimes were in our path. Therefore, yeah, we do have to abuse the slimes.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium. Miss Furina said so herself.
Absolutely love the faces that they're both making. Just the pure stare of like, yeah, can't believe they believe that, but we know the truth.
Precisely! And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
No idea what this means, so why not?
C'est la vie, indeed. Alas, I am forced to watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops in to save the day.
Aw, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Furina.
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
You see, I feel like they chose to do this because people would probably get bored. Not because the story's bad, but because there's no, like, action. Oh, it is what it is. Oh. Yeah, I speak like no other languages, so I'd have no idea. I feel like I'd be like absolutely worthless when traveling to another country.
Get with me.
But that's the charm in it.
Bravo! Good
I think
show.
I'll trust your translation.
You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway,
Butterflies.
the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Okay, I like how I could have just went up there, but the game just didn't want me to. It's like, oh no, you have to fight these slimes first. I guess there's more action over here.
Dodge this. The smoke will be frozen in time.
I forgot to switch out Kaya.
Freeze.
I think he's like my only other level 80.
Just you wait. Look alive.
Dodge this.
And New Blood will do absolutely nothing here because they're just immune to water. I feel like if anyone saw my like artifact setup, they would cringe.
I called
I think I have like the golden troop. Yeah, a 2-set golden troop. And this is like the Furina setup. I mean, it's not like it's the worst, but it's not the best.
Vilma, are you there?
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Furina doing here?
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
So, you think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone? I care just as much as everyone else about making the little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show. If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Vilma, avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Vilma. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone. But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances. It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized the drink in question was synth.
Isn't that the drink paddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
Oh boy.
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well. But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
And then?
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe, and it wasn't my fault. But things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
Dang. Both of these responses are so mean. You brought the director to the attention of the synth dealers. Your mistake gave him a motive to kidnap and murder her. Dang. I guess you'd say it as it is.
Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean, you were afraid? This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her!
Wait a minute, I just realized. Is he like one of the only people that have said, like, why in God's name? Because usually they'll say, like, Archon, won't they? There's a discrepancy here.
How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the love of my life. And he has the gall to try and high road us, claiming that he kept his
completely
mouth
forgot
shut
which
for the
planet
sake
he
of
was
the
on.
show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
Just some other random game. He forgot which universe he was in. There's no Archons anymore. Wait. Unless he's referring to, like, the unknown god? Kinda suspicious. Is he, like, the final boss? That would be hilarious.
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve. End my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Get out of my sight. Go, get lost. I don't ever want to see your face again.
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough.
Yeah.
Now pipe down, both of you! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe?
I mean, we played detectives for, like, a few missions, so it wouldn't make sense. Or, it would make sense. Oh, man. English. It's the only language I speak, and I speak it terribly.
You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
You're right.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters, to shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her, and that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director Aurelie and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again. If she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really?
Just a random
But
mech
she
dog.
sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on Aurelie herself. She's the true star of the show.
What do you mean?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims. If you could find anything that O'Reilly left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
You know, I keep forgetting that she actually, like, led an entire nation for 500 years. So it does make sense that she's, like, really coordinated. Eh. Oh, I'm gonna get the quick heal. Not that it really matters, but it's better than not having a heal, so I'll take it.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now. Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
So, this is all O'Reilly left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women. If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vacher's guilt.
Vacher took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
I guess O'Reilly must have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off. Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Someone else was taken. That makes 6. Or perhaps the 7th. Someone that tried to escape yesterday, but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Was that yesterday? Maybe not. I've lost track of time. Sorry, I don't know if this writing is of any use, or how much longer I can do it for. I can already see my fate approaching, but what terrifies me more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry, I'm so sorry, I can't write no more. Oh, there's 4 pages of this. Oh no, what have I done? I think I have a fever, and my old stomach troubles have returned. Well, I did have a fever not too long ago. But nobody has given me any medicine. I suppose I'm more fortunate than Cressy. Her pain keeps her awake all night. I suppose they think that anything can go so long as the experiments can be used up before they die. It's so damp here, I've given her my blanket. So cold. So cold. So cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell him such things, but it is I who am losing my grip. If anyone sees this, troop safe. Them important. Please, farewell, apologize. Life, perform, future. Regret. Cleo. Or Celio, or Silo. One of the other. The page is an absolute mess, and the writer's pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. From this page onward, the diary stops, to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings, others are handwritten with many crossing out and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often, and that this was the personal diary, notebook, of the artistic director Areli. You know, honestly, I'm surprised I didn't butcher that and say autistic instead.
She was so terrified.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been.
I'm so ruined the moment.
Wait, this part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Flipping through the notebook, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the folded note are 2 new lines. Areli has written in handwriting more legible than before, but it seems that they took her both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You'll face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I'm an older sister to them, I love them.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision, even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troop would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
I should not be in charge of reading anything. I fumbled like 10, maybe 20 times. But for some reason, I actually did better when I wasn't doing the little, like, line following thing. I use thing too often. After reading through the notebook, some are lost for words. Some some weep bitterly, and some grind their teeth and howl with rage. Oh no, that one was actually horrendous. A long time passes before the group is able to calmly come together and finally make a decision. Wow. You know what? I think I'm glad I didn't stream yesterday, because I probably would have done this, but 10 times worse.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance, to make this a show worthy of our director. I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director O'Reilly and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions, love, hate, regret, and hope, just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Furina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her. Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
I guess. Hopefully it'll be one good play.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Whoa, wait, what?
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine?
No, that's not what I meant.
I like the little that she gave at the end right there. It was so sassy. I don't know if it will replay
What
it.
are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine?
Okay, for a second I got worried there, but yeah, it did it.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you? I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too. Come on, we'll need to get the go-ahead from Nov'rei. I know just where to find him.
That would actually be really cool, having such a big stage. I mean, it'd be nerve-wracking. Is that upward? Yeah, it is. Okay. Huh.
Hey, look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
You were
This
just
is definitely
guessing?
breaking, like, story-wise. Nov'rei, just saying
I knew
hello
you'd
to
be
Nov'rei.
here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you too, traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
You share in the story of the little Oceanid with Nov'rei,
I
along
understand.
with something that I couldn't read.
The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome.
Yeah.
But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult.
I'd like to imagine the body double is just made of water. It would make sense. Partly.
The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage. I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
Huh? What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes, and this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them, so I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and, well, here we are. In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist, Cleo, are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Nov'rei.
You are very welcome.
Oh, I can still talk to her. Ah, yes. Standing side by side. It's perfect.
Many people were once enthralled by Lady Furina's performances, myself included. I hope that one day she'll be able to understand that our appreciation was always sincere.
Oh, that's so sweet. Wait, how far away is that? Okay, that's far enough to use the teleporter.
Good news, everyone! It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Nov'rei was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiumali and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Oh, communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us! We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing! Even though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up!
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
It does not look like he's doing it correctly. I like these little, like, sort of
Cursed
CGs.
Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
Paimon just roasting everyone. It's like, it's ingrained in her very being.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take the stage!
Why? Why does it have to be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now. Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
You know, at least she didn't overdose on it. She said she was like increasing her dose over time. It could have been bad.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Miss Furina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Say no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale. From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
It's almost like fate.
Thank you, Miss Furina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep. No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Well said.
What if she said something completely different?
I
Just
leave
like-
Director O'Reilly in your hands.
I like how the outcome would probably be like, I don't leave it in your hands. I'm forcing through the show. I can't even tell if it's like a cutscene. Okay, is this a cutscene? Oh, it is. Okay.
Is she here yet?
Let's get here!
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Dang, love the art style. It's so pretty.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
Oh. Was pretty.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Okay, that looked so shoujo animation right there. Or shoujo anime. That was beautiful. Wait, we never even started in the show. What the hell?
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Furina on the stage just now?
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Yeah. Just like, yeah, we helped.
That's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that, despite everything, it felt good to be back on the stage again.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Furina.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on!
Oh, so it was Furina after all.
She's back!
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
All right, calm down, don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
Actively jinxing. Paimon is a menace.
Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
You see, I don't think Paimon would be as interesting if she wasn't a menace. So it works. It's perfect. We don't get to say as many, like, sarcastic things as Paimon, so... This is, like, a little refreshing, I guess? A little refresh... Yeah, that works.
Oh, that. I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Oh, that's 100. Oh, that's way further than 147. Wow. I don't know why that took me so long to, like, register. That was so unnecessary. Yeah. It would be funny if there was a consequence.
You're back.
Like a quick time event where you have to shut Paimon up.
She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
Like if you failed to, like, succeed in the quick time event, there we go. Then she just says the most insulting things and massive consequences, like causes another war or something like that.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Furina was on the stage.
You have to, like, do, like, community service.
Tomorrow morning.
She just insults, like, the mayor of the town or something. That would actually be so hilarious.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
No, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it. I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
I mean, I guess, yeah, we did.
You two clearly care a lot about each other.
I'd like to imagine this could have happened even without the Traveler. I mean, we kind of just walked around and said hello to everyone. Witnessed a stage play, and that was it. We're just there for the ride.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
True. Those few slimes could have just ended Furina right there.
Any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to.
But then again, Furina would never actually have a reason to go along with this. But then would the slimes actually get a kill? I'd like to imagine they didn't show up.
You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the little Oceanid to the bigger theater troops out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Furina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss Furina? Any future plans?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Pardon me?
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize.
I think I need to eat something.
What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I previously imagined. Maybe Neuvillette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all. Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
Oh, but that begs the question. Aren't the heavenly principles gods? And if so, why would they give Furina logic?
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands. Is that how humans feel about it as well?
I'm just finishing packing up. As soon as I'm done, I've got an interview with the Steambird to get to. Thanks to all your help, this show was more perfect than we ever could have hoped for. But most of all, I want to thank you for giving me the chance to finally say farewell to O'Reilly.
Aw, that's sweet.
I mean, of course I have some regrets, but
There'll be plenty of opportunities in the future for us to tell the stories that we want on stage.
I couldn't find the right angle.
Now that the buzz is worn off, I feel ready to pass out.
Man, they did him dirty. Only one voice line. Or sentence.
Thank you so much. I feel like I've rekindled the passion I had when I first joined the troupe. It might turn out to be too little, too late for me. But still, this has been the experience of a lifetime.
Sweet. Okay, for a second I thought I couldn't exit there. There we go. I probably should claim all the stuff I haven't.
Ad Astra Ab. Thank you for Ad Astra.
There we go. I believe, yeah, just Mondstadt. I don't really need to worry about that. Yeah, I had to complete, like, I think Act 1, just so I can get Kachina. So yeah, that kind of explains why it looks a little, or, how do I word this? How do I word this? That's why I skipped, like, past the first act. It works. I failed in speaking. Frames are dropping so much. It's probably because I'm trying to upload a video at the same time. The freaking thing has been going on for like 8 hours. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one, I guess.
We made it! I'm supposed to meet some friends here, but... I don't see them anywhere. Maybe they're not here yet.
Open your eyes, Slowpoke! Ugh, we've been here this entire time. I've already lost track of how long you've kept us waiting.
Dang.
Listen here, you. It's not just Kanish and Moalani's time you're wasting, but mine, too! Mine!
What the heck? That's a strange-looking Saurian. Or, wait, is it even a Saurian?
Take it down a notch, all right? You don't even know some of these people. Just because Kachina's too nice to get mad at you doesn't give you an excuse to be rude to her.
And what are you gonna do about it? You think you're the boss of... Hey! Oh, what do you think you're doing?
I like how delayed that was.
All right, I've put him in a timeout for now. Sorry about that.
Aw, you didn't have to do that. Hal just doesn't have much of a filter, that's all. I don't mind.
He got what he deserved. Let's just hope the lesson sticks this time.
Mualani, there you are.
Looks like you made some new friends. And here I was worried you ran into trouble on your way here.
Part of me thinks that lesson is not gonna work at all.
Hello, Paimon's Paimon.
I'm here to win it. What? Wait, what? Hold up. It doesn't even make sense. And I guess the only one that makes sense is the top one. I'm here
a
to win
traveler,
it.
you
Yeah.
say? You came at the perfect time. The pilgrimage is a
Yeah,
sight to
apparently
behold
so.
this time of year.
Like, it's just like, let me at them. Isn't that Aether's voice line, actually? That would have made sense for Aether.
I don't see your teammates with you, Kachina. Where are they?
Oh, they went to join teams with a better chance at winning.
So you're saying you've been ditched? Again.
Wow.
That might give them an advantage during the team stage, but it all comes down to individual strength sooner or later.
Yeah, well, I couldn't even promise them we would make it through the team stage. The outcome of the team stage usually depends on the ancient name bearer, after all.
Hey now. There's not a single person here that can promise their team victory. You're putting too much pressure on yourself. Besides, you're not lacking in strength at all. You just need a bit more confidence. You were only 3 victories short of reaching the Night Warden Wars last time.
Wait, so if the pilgrimage is like like a national sporting competition, then what are the Night Warden Wars?
The former is a battle of skill. The latter is a real war. A war against
lovely.
our eternal enemy, the Abyss.
So they're here too. Whoa, wait a second. You're saying the prize for winning the pilgrimage is the chance to go to war?
Actually,
That's not
Paimon
too
had a
far
fair
off.
point right there.
That's why it's called the Night Warden Wars. The pilgrimage chooses the strongest warriors among the tribes, and those warriors fight to repel the Abyss in defense of our homeland. Their names and deeds are then recorded in epic tales passed down over time. That is the highest honor you can achieve in Natlan.
I guess that kind of makes sense when she puts it like that.
Yes, but that's the nature of war. Danger comes with the territory. Resisting the Abyss is our duty. But we're not alone in this fight. We also have the blessing of our Archon, which allows for our safe return.
It's something we call the Ode of Resurrection, which does exactly what it sounds like, basically.
Resurrect people, you mean?
Huh.
Yep, so it's not so scary, really. Our Archon's blessing gives us the courage to keep moving forward.
Let's go register. We don't have much time.
Wait, what about you, Kachina? You're not really planning on competing solo, are you?
You know, assuming you get resurrected, because obviously you have to die to be resurrected, that would probably be really, that would be absolute torture. Imagine that, just, like, not being able to die, but you still feel the pain, so you die, you feel the pain, probably experience whatever the afterlife is like, and then get, like, pulled back into your body. That'd probably be really disorientating.
We really wish we could help, but we're not from here, so it doesn't seem like we can take part.
There's no threshold to the number of participants. With the sheer number of teams, it's practically guaranteed chaos. No matter how strong or experienced the warrior, victory is never assured. In a situation like that, it's always better to have someone to watch your back.
Oh, how about this? When we register, why don't we ask if these two can have special permission to participate? Odds are the answer will be no, so if that doesn't work, well... I only have a few teammates this time. If someone else could take them, then...
You're not asking me to lead your team, are you?
Look at you, mind reader. So, what do you say? With how strong you are, it would practically be an upgrade for my teammates.
Fine by me, but doesn't that leave you and Kachina as a team of two?
There's a world of difference between that and flying solo. Besides, we're a formidable duo. I bet our new friends here will agree that two's always better than one, right?
Oh, you mean us?
Things are definitely less lonely with Paimon around, and it's nice having Paimon by my side. You know, to avoid having Paimon slit my throat in my sleep, I think I'll say it's nice having Paimon by my side.
You're right. Two is definitely better than one.
It's just like the old saying we have here in Natlan. No one fights alone.
That'd be weird if that was like an ending.
What if I drag you down?
Never angry Paimon.
Listen to yourself. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone in Natlan who can beat us when we're together.
Paimonial wrath.
Hearing you say that does make me feel a little more confident. Still, teams rarely contain more than one ancient name bearer. People are definitely gonna think of us as cowards.
The rules don't forbid it, so who cares what they think? It's not like they left us any other option.
Well, I'll leave you to break the news to your soon-to-be former teammates. I'm not good at stuff like that.
Oh, I know. They deserve to hear it from me anyway. Just give me a second, you guys. We can go sign up together once I'm done.
Okay, why? It's also saying highly dangerous here now. What? Is that like a recent Genshin update or something?
This is the place. Let's wait for Mualani here.
Did you see the flags at the front gate when we entered? Oh, yeah. There were flags, weren't there?
Those are our tribal flags. One for each of the 6 tribes that make up Natlan, including the Children of Echoes.
Why the sudden tour guide routine?
I said I'd introduce them to Natlan, and we've got nothing better to do, so I might as well deliver on the promise.
Fair enough. Well, I'm from the Scions of the Canopy. We live high in the mountains and have the closest ties to the Yumkasaurs.
My friend Mualani belongs to the people of the Springs, a seaside tribe. The scenery over there is beautiful, and you can find some really tasty fish. That just leaves the Flower Feather Clan, the Masters of the Nightwind, and the Collective of Plenty. If we get a chance after the pilgrimage, I'll be sure to show you around.
Well, if we're talking tribes, allow me to stand in for our chief and welcome you on behalf of the people of the Springs.
Mualani, you're back! We were just talking about you.
Everything settled on my end. My teammates took it unbelievably well, actually. Your reputation is really something else, Kanich.
They probably just didn't see any drawbacks to your proposition.
We're saying the same thing here. You, my friend, are a formidable competitor, and they recognize that. Anyway, thanks for waiting, you guys. Let's go register.
Hello there. Here to register for the pilgrimage?
Reminds you of a cat.
That's right. I wanted to ask, though. These 2 travelers are very interested in the competition. Any chance they could take part?
I'm sorry, but only people from Natlan are eligible to participate.
You couldn't make an exception just this once? This traveler is a renowned adventurer. She's more than skilled enough to participate, and I'm sure the audience would be interested in seeing what she can do.
It's not that simple, Miss Mualani. Even a single exception sets a dangerous precedent for countless interested parties in the future.
From Persona 5?
The purpose of the pilgrimage is not only to select strong warriors, but
that
also
right?
to collect contending fire from the battles. This is the fire that fuels the sacred flame. Natlan is only safe from the invasion of the Abyss, while the sacred flame burns eternal.
Yeah, it took like a wild shot in the dark with that one.
For the tournament.
That was the initial purpose, actually. Every participant, whether they win or lose, contributes to the defense of our nation. That's what makes it such an honor to take part.
Exactly right, Mr. Kanich. Contending fire can only be produced in battles between people of Natlan. Outlander participation would inhibit the production of this fire, which could in turn jeopardize the sacred flame.
Oh, so it all comes down to the contending fire. Well, you can still enjoy the event from the stands. I'll try to get you some good seats.
That would be great! Tourists like us are better suited to being spectators anyway. Still, there's something Paimon was wondering, actually.
Huh. Yeah, that's true.
You read Paimon's mind, Traveler. Why doesn't everyone just fight together? You know, since you can bring them back to life.
The power of resurrection has its limits. For starters, the Ode only works on those who bear an ancient name.
That's also why ordinary people who emerge victorious in the pilgrimage aren't sent to fight the Abyss. It's for their own protection. Although, they're still afforded the same honor as those who triumph over the Abyss in battle.
That brings us to the other condition for resurrection. Not much to this one, actually. Just one word: victory.
Victory?
The victors shall
The traveler
burn
did
bright,
not look amused.
while the losers must turn to ash. Only those who triumph over the Abyss earn the right to be revived. Defeat in battle not only means death, but also the destruction of your ancient name, preventing it from ever being inherited again. The tales of the vanquished are eventually forgotten, and an ancient name cannot survive when the stories of its bearers are lost to time.
Yeah, they won, right? Isn't it the defeated ones who need reviving?
You have to think about it at the team level. For example, 5 representatives will be sent to repel the Abyss this time.
Even if 4 of them were to perish, the Ode of Resurrection would still take effect. All you need is for 1 person to return victorious.
No, so it's
because every victory is
Okay.
a building block of our legacy.
it's, I guess in a way it's like your team wins, you win kind of deal. A little odd, I guess.
Of course, the team needs to be strong enough for that to be the case. Otherwise, the price of failure is still very high. That's why the first stage of the pilgrimage is divided into teams, to instill in us the importance of working together.
Yeah.
No one fights alone. That is what we believe. A lone warrior is one whose defeat is final.
I feel like I'd definitely make all sort of like healers hate me. I'd just rush in, completely like disregard for my own health or whatnot, and just die.
This all sounds pretty dangerous. Well, that axiom is meant to be a warning as much as a source of inspiration. Danger is always present, but together we can move forward, united in the knowledge that behind every hero charging into battle lies the support of all of Natlan as well as our Archon. Not to mention, the Abyss isn't an enemy with a concrete form. We're often just dealing with the fallout of its scheming.
I've actually fallen in battle before. I spent some time wandering the realm of the Wyab. It was unlike anything I'd ever experienced before.
The realm of the Wyab? Does that mean the Wyab exists somewhere in Natlan?
Hard to say. The realm's not somewhere you can access by ordinary means, and very few people are capable of establishing a mental connection with the Wyab. We call this realm the Night Kingdom, a mysterious liminal space between the body and mind, life and death.
The fact that you were resurrected at all is the worst thing in the world.
Dang.
Then releasing you from your timeout has gotta come in at a close second.
You would do well to speak with reverence of the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula-How, lest you live to regret it.
If you're done arguing, your registration is now complete. It all went fairly quickly, considering we all know each other. Now, I just need to register your team members according to their name cards, and you'll be all set. In the meantime, you can all go rest at the hotel. As usual, dinner and lodging for tonight are free.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. All food and entertainment before tomorrow's matches are on the house, courtesy of our Archon. Family and friends included, which means you both get in on it. Come on, let's go have some fun!
I feel like I'd eat way too much. Especially if it was free.
Dig in, you guys. Eat as much as you want. These dishes are all local specialties.
Okay, I'm gonna be real, that looks raw. You see, I like bloody steak, but that's off the cow. Like
There's more where this came from too, so don't be shy. Let's feast until the bill gives the Archon a heart attack.
Don't be dramatic.
The Pyro Archon is very generous, even if it does cause some trouble for all the hotel workers and volunteers. Speaking of trouble, I've locked How away for now, so you don't have to worry about him being a nuisance.
Wait, isn't that a little harsh?
Like, look at this. It looks completely raw. It's not even been cooked at all. I mean, unless it's like really fresh to the point where you can eat it raw, but I don't know if I don't know. It definitely tastes weird, or at least feel weird. The texture would be a wild experience, especially with this drink over here that's like slightly moving.
Nah, Kanich and How are always like that. Everyone
The
has
rest
their
looks
own
good, though.
unique way of getting along with their Saurian companion. What's got you all down in the dumps, Kachina?
You don't have to worry about tomorrow. I'll be with you every step of the way.
I know. Everything's fine, really. I'm just nervous. I can't keep using my age as an excuse. I have to get stronger. I have to prove to people that I'm not trying to avoid the Night Warden Wars.
You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You know your own heart. So stop beating yourself up over other people's opinions. If they don't think you deserve to bear your ancient name, they can take it up with the Wyub. Trust me, Kachina. The Wyub see something special in you.
I just hope it's not the fact that I can take a few punches.
That would be messed up. Yep, you're the only reason why you're actually special is because we can beat you up as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm on a 7 or 8 pilgrimage losing streak. My ranking has been improving little by little, but still no wins.
To be honest, losing 7 or 8 times isn't even a lot. Maybe other people can't see your improvement, but your performance still isn't something to scoff at.
Yeah, didn't you say you got really close before?
It's just... what if I don't even make it through the team stage this time?
Hey, have a little faith, will you? You've got me on your team. Stumble, and I'll be there to get you back on your feet. Run into someone you can't beat, and we'll face them together. I know you've never tasted victory, but you trust me, don't you?
Alani, you're the best. I trust you. I definitely do. And you're right. I've got to pull myself together. I still don't know why the Wyub chose me to inherit an ancient name. But I can't be the only bear who's ever felt this way. If they can keep at it, so can I.
Not to mention, the fact that your ancient name has survived until now means all your forebears managed to honor its meaning. Otherwise, it would be lost to us by now, shattered by defeat in battle.
That's right! And you'll have us rooting for you too!
No. It should be the other way around. I was clearly the one who asked to learn from you. But still... thanks, you guys. Jeez, now I'm crying again. Everyone has been so nice to me today. I'll win this time for sure. I won't let your support go to waste. Oh, right. I should eat something. My mom said I need to keep up my strength for tomorrow.
Nice to see your game face back, Kachina.
Thanks for encouraging her, you two. It's easy for people to only see how she has a lot to learn, so it isn't often that she meets people willing to treat her with patience.
Don't you worry. We've seen how kind and hardworking she is. We can already tell she's a wonderful person.
No.
Take it easy. You're getting tears in your food.
I'd like to imagine the tears are for salt.
I'll pour you all some drinks. I brought some homemade fruit juice. Let me just go grab some cups.
The tears, they add to, like, the saltiness of the dish. That is why I was crying. It improves the flavor.
She even travels with homemade juice?
Kachina's backpack is practically a bottomless pit. It's got everything.
That's true, but she definitely only offered us some so she could go find somewhere to cry for a little while.
Seems like you two really look out for her.
She's like a little sister to me, you know? She's already so talented. She just needs that one decisive win to convince her of it. And I have a feeling this is the one. This could be the win that finally gives her that confidence.
Why are you so sure? Is that what happened to you?
Oh, no. I was just born confident.
Oh, wow. Lovely.
Mulani's being modest. She's already a 3-time veteran of the Night Warden Wars. Came out on top each time. And she's never had to be resurrected.
Wow, that's amazing!
Nah, it's no big deal. The opponents I had to face were pretty tame, that's all. Ooh, no wait, that makes it sound too unimpressive. I Either way, the challenges haven't been that difficult so far. But I'd love to fight alongside Kachina and experience the glory of victory together. The flowers, the applause.
Paimon gets it! That's how Paimon and the Traveler are too.
Wait. No, even the tacos have like some raw meat in them too. Even the skewers. They have cooked meat on the skewers and then they have raw meat. It doesn't even look like fish. It looks like it would be like a steak. This is fish right here. Me over here getting like distracted by the food. Forget the story quest. I'm after the food. This is what Genshin's all about. Just forget like the whole storyline. It's just food.
Hey, a little more confidence, please. Paimon's always there to cheer you on.
Drinks are here. Better try them while they're still fresh.
Feeling better now, Kachina?
Me? I'm totally fine. Really, I promise. That was just nerves earlier. I'm gonna get some meat in my system, then head out to get some exercise. Want to be nice and loose for the tournament tomorrow.
I'll come with you.
Just don't go overboard, okay? The last thing we need is for someone to oversleep. We've got an early day tomorrow.
If only we had a friend who never oversleeps.
All right, fine. I'll make sure you guys are up on time.
Attaboy. I knew you'd catch on.
So full. I'm so sleepy. We should get a good night's sleep before the competition tomorrow.
I feel like Paimon would eat the world. She's like the equivalent of Kirby. Wait, what? I can... Okay, I can go all the way over there. Wait, why are they downward? Huh.
Kachina!
Oh, it's you two! I just finished training with Mililani. What's up?
Well, you worked so hard to introduce us to Natlan, we wanted to return the favor.
I'm not gonna lie, when she like slide dashed, I was a little taken aback. Possibly jumped a little bit. Thought I could share some experience with you. Wanted to help you with the best I can.
Wow,
It
you
works.
guys are exactly like Kachina described. No wonder she's already your biggest fan. Guess I should make myself scarce, though. Kachina was the one who helped you out all day, so I don't want to intrude on your secret teachings.
Huh? What do you mean? Observation?
Yeah, the person who hits the hardest isn't always the one who wins.
Oh, I think I get it. You're saying, fight smarter, not harder. Having the strength to win is just as important as knowing the right strategy.
Atta girl, Kachina! Exploit your opponent's weaknesses while maximizing your own strengths, and you're sure to find opportunities to turn the tides in your favor.
Why'd she almost turn country right there?
I just need to focus. When I get nervous, I forget to assess the situation and end up rushing in without a plan. Mind sticking around a little longer, Mililani? I want to try out some new moves.
Sure.
Thanks for taking the time to teach me, you two. I won't let you down.
Just give it your best shot.
Wait, can I talk to him again?
I'm not keeping you up, am I? You sure you'll be fine tomorrow?
Oh, I'm bursting with energy. Couldn't sleep if I wanted to.
No, it really sucks that, like, Mouvlet doesn't have much use outside of Fontaine. Because it's only underwater that I think he gets, like, the speed bonus. Oh! That one actually worked. Can I? Oh! Oh no! Wait a minute, that almost looks... okay, similar to what they had on the plates. Maybe they're eating capybaras. The poor capybara. Oh wait, what? Who are you? Oh, that was another quest, okay. It caught me so off guard. I was like, what the hell just happened? Okay, wait until 8 to 10 the next day. 8 to 10. Can I get it exact? I got it exact, let's go. Oh, I can actually claim a few achievements as well. There we go. Did not read them whatsoever, but that's fine. Maybe I could teleport to one of these? Yeah.
Morning, Traveler. Morning, Paimon.
Looks like
Ooh.
everyone's here
Was it
right
good?
on time. Good to see that no one overslept.
Says the one who only made it because I was there to get you!
Wow, not so loud. You're gonna give me a headache.
Well, if you don't do well today, we know who to blame now, don't we?
Different bottle of ketchup.
See how your friends talk to me, Kanich? I help you wake them up, make sure everyone's on time, and do I get a thank you, how? No! I get told off!
I love how's like expressions, they're so good. Pepper with strawberry. Huh. Did it at least taste good? It felt very cursed, okay. Who knows? They summoned the recipe from some other dimension or something. I probably wouldn't try that. I do like spicy stuff. But I don't know if I would try pepper with strawberries specifically.
Mualani's right, though.
Hopeless. Every last one of you.
All right, moving on. How did you sleep last night, Kachina?
I had some nerves at first, but my bed was great. I fell asleep the minute my head hit the pillow.
A lot of people would wish for that.
Maybe you handle stress better than you know.
The competition's about to start. Did everyone eat something?
A little. Didn't want to overdo it.
Oh no! We were so busy focusing on the tournament, we forgot to buy something!
Tastes good and bad at the same time. Yeah, I've had a few things that do taste good and bad at the same time. It's like the brain doesn't know whether or not to classify it as gross. I feel like it's because it recognizes parts of it, and it's like, oh, that tastes good. And then it recognizes the others, and it's like, why is that there? That shouldn't be there.
I thought that might happen. Here, I brought you some. No thanks necessary. I'll treat you to something even better once...
All right.
Attention, everyone! The tournament is about to begin. All contestants proceed to the venue. I repeat, all contestants proceed to the venue.
Well, I'd say more, but that's our cue. The opening ceremony is what kicks everything off. You should be able to see Kachina and me from the stands. We're counting on you to cheer us on.
Don't you worry! Paimon's gonna cheer so loud, you'll hear it across the stadium!
likes you two. I'll be sure to keep an ear out.
Well, we should get going. See you later.
Okay, bye-bye!
Honestly, Ahau needs more lines. It's vaguely entertaining. Or not
Attention,
vaguely.
everyone! The tournament's about to begin. All spectators, please take your seats. I repeat, all spectators, please take your seats.
Somewhat entertaining.
Oh, that's our cue! Wow, we've definitely never witnessed a competition of this scale before. Let's go in once you're ready.
You know what? Did I actually unlock anything since I hit Adventure Rank 50? No. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Entering the Stadium of the Sacred Flame, you won't be able to leave the arena once the tournament begins.
Certain systems and functions will be unavailable, but will be restored once the competition ends. To ensure you have the best experience, it is recommended you experience the next part of the story when you have ample time to complete it. Why not? Apparently so. Unless we're just watching the fights, I guess.
The pilgrimage of the return of the Sacred Flame is a competition with a long, storied history. Countless hopefuls have gathered here today, each vying for the same prize, the right to serve their homeland in the Night Warden Wars. Before we begin, allow me to remind everyone of the rules. Today's tournament begins with the team stage, before advancing into individual competition. Each team will board a hot air balloon, which will land at a random location. Contestants must search for fire towers within the contest grounds, accumulate contending fire through combat, and bring a sufficient amount back to the stadium. Defeat in combat, departure from the contest grounds, and running out of time all lead to elimination. Only the strongest teams will be able to withstand the onslaught of battle and return to the arena, blazing fire in hand. Only those who emerge triumphant in the team stage earn the right to take part in the individual battles. The outcome of these one-on-one matches not only affects the contestants' individual scores, but also determines their next opponent. After many rounds of battle, the contestants with the top 5 rankings will get the chance to take part in the Night Warden Wars. Now, let us welcome our Archon as she delivers the opening address.
Whoa, okay. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Just a particularly zoom in was interesting. Or
Skill,
funny to me.
Strategy, fortune, form. Many factors influence strength, but victory never lies. The pilgrimage is not merely a trial to determine the strongest among us, but also a stage upon which to showcase your individual growth.
Looking respectfully, yes. I was trying to find like another posh word to use, but I keep getting stuck on the fact that she said Among Us and the freaking brain rot, dude. It's all because of YouTube. All because of TikTok. Freaking Among Us.
Today marks the beginning of yet another legendary saga. One written in the triumphs of the victors. So, without further ado, let the games begin!
I'd like to just imagine instead of that like horn that played right there, it's just the Among Us like startup sound. Oh no. I swear I don't have brain rot. I'm not chronically online. Maybe chronically online.
So that's the Pyro Archon? Is it just Paimon, or does she seem kind of intimidating? Kachina said she was friendly and welcoming, but, how did she come to that conclusion? Yeah, But it would be kind of rude to bother her during the pilgrimage, don't you think? We should wait for a better time. Oh, look! It's Kachina and the others!
Well, folks, it's clear the contestants are already raring to go. The teams will now board their hot air balloons and make their way to the competition grounds.
Wait, so how are you supposed to see them? From...
Yeah, cool job! Do it!
Kick their butts, Aitzna!
Go, Mualani, go!
You can do it, Kachina!
Honestly, Paimon just got so much respect there.
Wild. The hot air balloons are about to ascend. Contestants, prepare yourselves to take flight.
She's the only one that said, like, any sort of praise towards Kachina. Not even the Traveler, man. Traveler is so mean.
Remember the rules. The balloons will take you to random locations, and your battle starts the moment you land. Best your competition, collect sacred fire, and bring it back to the stadium.
You know, I'd like to imagine this would be like absolute nightmare to fall asleep with. Just, you try and like lay down, all nice and relaxed, and it's just bright, blinding lights. Guess we're playing Fortnite now. It's a battle royale, yeah.
Good luck, everyone.
In the hot air balloon, yeah. Now I see it. I'm choosing
Guess
Loot
this
Lake.
is where we're starting.
Let me see. It seems pretty quiet around here. Looks like we get to ease ourselves into combat today. Let's head that way. We don't need to worry about avoiding other teams. Anyone that crosses our path can kiss their chances goodbye.
Okay, I'll follow your lead.
Just remember, don't hesitate. The team matches are all about keeping the energy up. So let's do it!
So what's the point of staying in the stadium if you're not going to be able to actually see
And with that,
the contestants?
The pilgrimage is now underway. Time for the contestants to get...
Oh, a fire tower! And an unoccupied one from the looks of it.
I completely cut up what the dialogue
Be
had
on
to
the
say.
lookout for an ambush. Careful, we've got company!
All right, Gina.
Looks like we've given ourselves an easy start!
We've got to fight to generate contended fire in the first place. So let's go.
Wow.
Winner takes all, loser gets lost. Next time.
We won!
We're just getting started. Grab the fire and let's head to the next spot.
Currently in the lead, we
Must be
have
big
Chuck,
screens
one
powered
of the
by some random pyro
Flower Feather Clan, really leaving her competitors in the dust.
She's got the OLED. That it all makes sense now. That's why she's so strong. She has an OLED monitor.
Amaru has taken
powered
out
by the
6
Archon power.
contestants in a row. What
So
a
bright.
legendary competitor! But can his hot streak continue?
Oh, but then again, OLED doesn't really generate that much heat, does
aren't
it?
you two an interesting duo?
How did these monsters make it onto the ground?
I guess in a way
It's
it
part of
could
the
still work.
tournament. If you can't handle a few monsters, how are you supposed to repel the abyss? Why don't we handle these monsters?
Oh, that was so great.
Then we can battle it out between ourselves. Huh. Your skills aren't half bad. But I think I've
Got him
Nicely
off.
done, Kachina!
Oh, there's people laying on the floor.
actually beat a legend! Come on, don't just stand there. Let's grab the fire and go.
We have a new team pulling ahead. Mualani and Kachina have already eliminated several favorites for the win.
Okay,
I knew someone would show up. Hand over the sacred fire and no one gets hurt.
Wait, why'd the initial one deal so much damage, but the rest just nothing? Okay.
Would you look at this? 2 favorites for the win. Itzna and Unkunga have run into each other. Looks like it's gonna be an early goodbye for one of these formidable competitors.
Or all of them.
Yeah.
Let her rip!
Okay, Kachina's actually pretty strong. I don't know why they're saying that she's weak. there's more.
Attention contestants, Mualani and Kachina.
So I don't actually get to fight them.
Heading out of bounds. Please return.
Can enter molten fissures and move rapidly. When riding Turbo Twirly, Kachina's climbing speed will greatly increase. Hold her elemental skill to ride Turbo
This
Twirly.
mountain is huge. It's the next tower. It's going to take forever to make it to the top.
Oh, lovely.
Just leave it to me. I'll get us up there.
Yep, eventually. Someday. Did I just get hit by something? There we go. Luckily, I got all the stamina.
Great work, Kachina. Glad I could help.
An empty fire tower. We're too late.
And another competitor crosses the finish line. Ian-san from the Collective of Plenty, certainly living up to some lofty expectations.
Oh, wait there. Huh.
Our team captain talked a big game before the match, and, well, was that a quick knockout or what? Should keep a better lookout next time I sign up.
I like to imagine those are the people that left Kachina.
Kachina, is that you? I'm sorry about this, but since we ran into each other, I can't just let you pass.
Every minute that passes, fewer and fewer contestants remain in play. The remaining competitors need to hurry if they want to make it out of this stage.
They're cowering in fear.
Hold it right there. That fire is mine. In your dreams, I think someone needs a reality check, and I'm more than happy to oblige.
Yeah, you guys go.
You pull up a good fight. I'd like to see you try.
Oh, I can't steal it.
Let's
Okay.
work together. Good idea.
I actually have to fight them.
I'll let them pull the rug out. Let's go.
I'm probably playing these characters terribly.
Let's finish this next time. This was new.
Oh wait, what the hell? That's a weird charged attack. Okay. I mean, it's funny looking. Dang, 100k damage.
Let's finish this next time.
I don't think there is going to be a next time.
Sacred fire. Still doing all right, Kachina?
Watch this.
We're running out of time. There's a spirit lair. We can ride away or get blown away.
Honestly, there was very little of those like hot air balloons. There should not have been that many people. If it works, it works. Yep. Oh, these guys are cool? Okay.
Hear me out, you two. There's no fire tower around here, so there's no need for us to fight it out. We can see who comes out on top the next time we run into each other. But for now, I say we focus on preserving our strength. What do you think?
So he chickened out. Oh, wait, what? Oh, right. Okay. Oh, that was really bright.
We really lucked out. Just grab onto me, Kachina. I'm not sure if you remember, but people from my tribe can ride spiritways over great distances. It's all smooth sailing from here.
Thanks, Mualani.
Hey, what are you thanking me for? We won as a team. There's no way I could have taken on that many people without you. Have a little faith in yourself. You're already a great warrior.
Oh, I can actually attack while on this too. Oh, and I can spam it pretty fast too. I wonder how fast I can actually... Like, I'm gonna butterfly click this.
Oh, those were some steep
I think that's as fast as it really goes.
Not scared, are you?
I'm fine. I don't scare easily. Not after that last ride you took me on.
Oh, yeah. Back when we first met, right? I accidentally knocked over your piece of cake, then offered to take you spiritway surfing to make up for it.
Actually, I was feeling pretty down that day. My training didn't go well, and
Anyway, you really cheered me up. Milani, I really want to win this time. I want to win this pilgrimage and become a true warrior.
That's what I like to hear. Let's meet.
If your team has gathered enough fire,
I would definitely wipe out if it was me surfing. I like how I show no confidence in myself.
Congratulations, Milani! Congratulations, Kachina! You've successfully cleared the team stage.
Bro, okay, of everyone here, why are these two people shirtless? At least this guy was wearing like some sort of light cover, but why are these guys shirtless?
amazing! Congratulations!
Another.
Congratulations!
Keep it up, Milani! Kachina! Milani!
Kachina! Milani!
It's the spirit way, I guess it's liquid enough.
You two can take a short break while the team stage comes to a close. We'll draw names to determine the individual matchups in a moment. After that, we'll proceed to the next stage of the competition. I wish you both the best.
You two are assigned to different lounge areas. If you'll follow me, please, Kachina.
Solo battle's next. And I was 3 wins short last time. I've got to do better. Just calm down, Kachina. You're in good form. You can do this.
Hold it right there. This is the contestants' lounge. Unauthorized access is prohibited.
We're contestants too. Let us through.
According to my list, you're not among the individual match contenders, nor are you related to any of the remaining candidates.
Well, we'd still be candidates if it was just based on strength. We only lost because 2 other contestants snuck up on us like cowards. If you could just go contact the referee, we'll wait right here for you to...
Wait, you two are...
Well, look who we have here. Remember us? Your little trick got us disqualified. Since we've crossed paths again, let's settle this once and for all. We'll see who truly deserves to advance to the next stage. Fight us!
Right now?
Don't mind him, Kachina. Tournament rules place you under no obligation to honor that request. A loss is a loss, and that's final. You! Don't just stand there! Get security over here now!
I like how she had to turn super
slowly,
too.
Isn't the pilgrimage about picking the strongest warriors? She just happened to catch us off guard. It was all luck. Exactly. Now's our chance to duke it out fair and square.
Kachina!
Ooh, I'm happy to oblige.
Who are you?
I read that as Texas.
Paimon, what are you
That's
doing
not
here?
good.
We just came to have a chat, and then all of a sudden, these guys were threatening you. Huh. You're not bullying Kachina on our watch.
Thanks, you guys. I don't know your names, but if you really want to face me, I'll allow it. It has to wait until after the tournament, though. I need to focus on the upcoming matches. I don't want to let my parents down.
True, Paimon could really do that.
Far.
That's enough.
But then
you
again,
two.
she is lazy.
Being caught off guard is not an excuse. You think you can cry foul play when you face the abyss?
Like, I feel like she'd probably try to fly, but then complain to the traveler afterward and be like, it was too far.
If this behavior persists, you may find yourselves barred from future competition.
Whatever. Let's go.
Are you all right? You're not hurt anywhere, are you?
No, thanks to you. To be honest, I totally blanked out just now. I had no idea what to do. Right. I'll show them what I'm made of.
That sounds more like
That looked like such an awkward smile.
I heard there was trouble. Has the situation been resolved?
Yes. It was nothing out of the ordinary. A couple of sore losers coming to stir up trouble with the contestants.
Some people are so obsessed with glory, they can't even bear the idea of failure. I hope you don't let him get to you, Kachina, because you'll need to get ready. Your match is up soon.
That came up quick. All right, I'm coming. well, guess I'm off.
I have to go this way, okay. I like how they give you a lot more, like, Night Soul than you really need. I think that's what it's called.
You must be Kachina. You know, people told me I got lucky in the draw, but I beg to differ. There are no coincidences in the arena. If you're standing here, it means you're strong, no matter what anyone says.
Dang, this guy's honorable.
I'm looking forward to seeing what you're made of. The team stage ended before I had my fill of battle. I hope you don't disappoint. Well, anything you want to say in return?
I won't lose to you. Not when so many people are supporting me and cheering for me. And I really want to earn a spot in the Night Warden Wars.
All right, our contestants have each said their piece. To your places, everyone. And begin!
Clear the area!
Okay, she dealt so much damage initially.
You can do better!
Bro, what you talking about?
That's more like it. Again!
Okay, I like the fact that they have like an instant regen early. Or was that because after the skill? Dang. Yeah, she is just absolutely bouncing.
I actually lost. Knew I had an eye for the good ones. Guess that means I was right about you all along.
What even is she? Is she a rabbit? A ferret? Actually doesn't, I don't know.
Congratulations to Kachina for taking the win. Let's give her a round of applause, everyone. Now, diving into the other matchups.
That's one down! Woohoo!
Yeah, exactly. Yep, just a creature. Something. Dang! Oh boy.
Where do you come from, kid? Think you've got what it takes to go to war? Hate to break it to you, but it won't be easy to get through me.
And you are...
Dang.
You don't recognize me? Figures. Our generation's been in decline ever since Ateya and the others retired from the front lines. Either way, once we face off, you won't forget my name anytime soon. Let's do this!
Who was she again?
Hear that? The exhilarating cheers of the crowd. That's what I'm...
Oh, okay. I thought this was gonna be like a forced loss.
Missed your chance!
Uh-oh, not good.
Looks like it's time to get serious.
Wait, what? Okay. Oh, okay. Well, the issue, it's not recharging fast enough. There we go. This time I'm using her skill correctly.
Impressive flow.
Let her rip! Get back!
Why did it feel like so laggy? Oh, that's a large pillar. Okay.
She's strong. I can't rush this. Just like the traveler said. I need to observe my opponent and look for an opportunity.
Come on, Kachina, you can do
I have no idea what that was.
It's not just about who hits the hardest.
Yeah. I think that's the wrong anime. Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Gotta hand it to you, kid. You really impressed me. I take back what I said before our match. You've got what it takes, Kachina. Youngsters like you, you'll forge your own miracles.
And it's Kachina for the win! We'll now head into a short break as our contestants prepare for the final round of competition.
Thanks for cheering me on, you two. You were great out there! You faced a lot of impressive
I'm glad Kachina's actually
but they
getting
never
some spotlight
stood a
time.
chance.
I don't think I did too shabby either. I've never gotten this many points before.
You ready for the last round, Kachina?
Milani!
I got permission to come see you before the last round starts. Based on your score, it looks like you'll make it to the Night Warden Wars if you win your next match. But, your final opponent... It's me.
What?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I just found out myself. We're really close in the rankings, so only the winner gets to move forward.
You see, I would have done that in, like, the Ultimate Custom Night voice. I think it was that game. The how unfortunate. Uh-oh, how unfortunate. Skate versus hopping around. I mean, skating can actually hurt pretty bad if you, like, fall off.
But I wanted to fight alongside you.
I did too, but it is what it is. People with similar scores tend to get matched against each other. But we just have to get past it. War is cruel, and the Abyss certainly isn't going to go easy on us. Only Natlan's strongest deserve to stand against them. So, I'm going to give this battle my all, Kachina. And I hope you do the same.
I used to, I think it was... Okay, what's the one with, like, the two wheels and, like, the handlebar? That goes, like, slightly upward. Shoot, why am I failing at this? Scooter? Is it Scooter? I hated hitting... Yeah, I don't know the name. I think it's a Scooter. But hitting that, like the metal against the shin, oh, that was so painful. I remember that vividly because it happened to me many times. Especially because I did, like, tried to do that, like, stupid little, like, spin. Kind of like jumping spin. Yeah. I don't... Is it motorized? Well, is there a motorized version? Well, I don't know the name.
To hand victory to your opponent is to take pity on them. But no one's asking for pity here, yeah? So, you ready?
I'll do my best.
You know, I genuinely... Actually, you know what? Hold up. I'm gonna search this. Freaking... Scooter. Am I thinking of the same thing? Yeah, it is a scooter. It's a weird name for it. Okay, there is electric scooters as well. And now saying this multiple times, it doesn't sound like a word. Okay. Yeah, it probably covers both of them. That's probably what it is.
Atta girl.
So, if one of you has to lose, who should we cheer for then?
Cheer for both?
You mean one of us is destined to win? It's something worth celebrating either way. I'll be happy no matter who wins. And I know you feel the same way, Kachina. So, don't overthink it. Let's just have ourselves a good match. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you after the match. Kachina, I'll see you on the field.
That one sounded intimidating.
I've been training so long for this, and Mualani's helped so much. I'm going to show her that it didn't go to waste. Thanks for believing in me. I'll try believing in myself this time too.
Finish the duel with Mualani. Ooh, cutscene. That one felt intentional as well.
We've arrived at the final phase. The winner of this match will take the final spot among the victors. Give it up for a long-time contender and first-time finalist from the Children of Echoes, Kachina!
It's the same arena though.
And her opponent from the people of the Springs, a young prodigy and Night Warden Wars veteran, Mualani! This face-off between old friends promises to be an explosive showdown. May the best warrior win!
You've come so far. Still nervous?
Why does it have to be you? Still, I'm glad in a way. Even if I lose, I won't have any regrets.
Come on! Kachina, this is no time to be modest. I know you want this more than me. And it's about time you start sounding like it, okay?
I want to win. Mualani, this one's mine.
Oh, I actually thought I was gonna fight. Okay. Honestly, knock that back at her. Use the spear. Ooh, overconfidence.
I'm sorry.
Dang, Kachina.
I'm sorry, Mualani. I'm so sorry. I went too hard.
Look.
Yeah. Such a delayed reaction.
The winner is, from the Children of Echoes, Kachina!
I bet you those other teammates are probably like absolutely devastated that they left her.
And with that, the winners of this pilgrimage have been decided. Put your hands together for our victors as we welcome them to the stage. With her 6th consecutive win, Cheska of the Flower Feather Clan. She managed to turn the tides all by herself. Ian-san of the Collective of Plenty. with an explosive comeback 10 years in the making. Kaiulani of the people of the Springs.
Okay.
A seasoned and renowned warrior. Kibungu of the Scions of the Canopy.
I'll be real, her name is definitely like a discount Mulani.
Last but not least, finally living up to her true potential, Kachina of the Children of Echoes.
I don't know if the finally part was needed, but okay.
I made it. Feels like a dream.
This is no dream. Your strength is what got you here.
We'll be going to war together. It's an honor to fight alongside you, Kachina.
No matter how many pilgrimages I witness, I'm always overwhelmed with pride in this moment. Pride for you, my brave warriors. You give me faith that our innumerable sacrifices are not in vain.
Wait.
That the future of Natlan shall burn with the brilliance of a blazing fire.
Innumerable sacrifices? Oh, is that what they're referred to?
Brave warriors, the following is an order and also a personal request. Go forth and crush the abyss. Seize victory and glory for Natlan!
As you command.
As you command.
Traveler, Paimon, there you are. I wanted to thank you for supporting Kachina back there. She really has grown into a formidable competitor. She deserved that win. Not that it feels good to lose, but I'm happy for her. It's definitely bittersweet, though. Hey, wanna go for a walk? Kachina and the others will be busy fighting the Abyss, so why don't I show you around Natlan for a while?
Sure. What do you say, Traveler?
So immediately after fighting, you have to go to the Abyss, or
something
fight
on
the
your
Abyss.
mind?
Listen, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. But she's got experienced, powerful companions to take the lead. I'm sure they'll be fine. Glory always comes with a risk. If victory was assured, no one would take pride in it. She's not one to fall so easily. She bears the ancient name Uthabiti after all. We just need to hold the fort while they're gone. Come to think of it, you've never visited my tribe, have you? Come on, I'll take you. The people of the Springs live alongside the Kaholasaurus. Our tribe is an ideal spot for some R&R. I'll take you to all the best spots. You'll love it.
Looks like you beat me to it.
Wait, so does Kanich never participate or something?
Kanich?
I was planning on inviting you to visit the Scions of the Canopy. Most of the adventures that belong to the guild come from my tribe, so I figured you might be interested.
Hey, first come, first served. You snooze, you lose, Kanich.
Wow.
Yeah, you were first. Still, Traveler, Paimon, feel free to stop by if you ever have time. You're always welcome.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us.
All right, let's pack up and head out.
Nice. Oh wait, reputation with each tribe. Oh no, more reputation quests? Unstable phlogiston crystals. These unstable crystals are created when phlogiston is converted to a solid state. They will explode if someone gets close to them or if they are attacked. Some of these crystals are hidden deep underground, and only the children of echoes and the ground burrowing Tepetlisaurs can sense their locations? I completely butchered that, I bet you. Oh, story. Wait, what? Unlock. Oh, wait. Huh. Okay. I guess I'll do that in the next time. Oh wait, hold on. I can talk to Kanich. Nice.
What are your plans, Kanich?
I've got to deliver some ceremonial artifacts back to my tribe. I didn't place too well in this pilgrimage, so now that it's over, it's time to get home and get back to work.
You didn't get enough points?
Yeah, I got injured during the team round and wound up losing 2 key matches during individual competition, both against opponents I'd faced many times in the past. We've each had our fair share of wins and losses. It happens.
That's what you get for locking me away earlier. Get used to the taste of karma. May those injuries be the first of many. Hey! What are you doing?
Lovely. They're like siblings in a way. Except the one is slightly more mature than the other. But I think that's where I'm going to call it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Man, I love Genshin. Ooh, pardon me. I absolutely love this animation too. And it was in sync with the music. Genshin knowing how to do the atmosphere perfect. Happy holidays, yeah. I'm not going to be streaming on Christmas, at least I don't think. But we'll see. Maybe, I might. Who knows?
I see the value in my own work, but I also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people
it'll probably be Ultrakill.
I believe
I feel like
will
that's
continue
fitting.
to take pride in fulfilling
Such
my
a happy
duties.
holiday and Ultrakill. But yeah, thank you again so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day or night. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.